Testing, 1, 2, 3. If you can hear me, please type in the chat. If you're on, please type in the chat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go over how compounding interest works and what do you look for. And I'm going to just do a brief 5-minute lesson here to kind of show you all we do every day. We're trend traders. We trade in the direction of the trend, and preferably we trade trend within trend. But for tonight, we'll just go with the trend trades right now, and I'll show you exactly how it works. There's not rocket science to it. It's just knowing what to look for. Okay. And we're going to start on Friday at about the 9:30 hour. We don't start trading until 9:35. So I'll give you just a brief overview here, just so that you can see. We will be going live with no hiccups, hopefully tomorrow morning, where everybody can get on and see exactly what we do every day. I am excited about teaching you the compound interest method. Uh, very, very excited actually. So let's just go here where we see price going up here, right? You see where it's going up. So what I'll do is I'll draw a line so that um, you see price going up this way, right? And you see what price makes a pullback here, right? That's where we live. We live in areas where the market makes a pullback. So if you go and you look at that, right? So now we're going to go to our entry chart. This is our trend chart here. We can go to our entry chart and we can see the pattern that we want to see. So we know for a fact that once price closes above this high right here, we can enter the trade safely at this point here. Once price closes right there. Once price closes on this bar right here, we can enter that trade. Now, I am going to tell you something. You have an opportunity to make a lot of money if you're able to compound and add on to your winners here. Okay. You see it's going up. It's one iteration. This is two iterations that is going up, right? So let's just say on this way up, you entered 2 or 3 more times, and then you ended up getting out of the trade, you know, once it got below this area here. So you'd end up getting out, right? And I'll highlight it for you here. You ended up getting out of the trade right there, right? So you got into the trade down here, you got out up here, you were adding aggressively as it went up here. So this gave you an entry at, and let's just look at the exact price, 20.25. You've been exiting at 34. So you'd make 14 ports per contract. The power of compounding interest is this, and it's really, really, really simple. The power of compounding interest is the ability to be able to add on to your contracts when you're right and minimize the contracts when you're wrong. And let's just say you were able to get in 2 or 3 contracts here, right? So now you can make 14 points times 3 versus 14 points times 1, or 14 points times 2 versus 14 points times 1. Now you say, well, Will, how do you know when to add, and how do you know, when you're supposed to get out? Well, I could tell you the most important thing for you to know is when to get out. And if you get into the trade and price heads back down in a downward direction and gets below this low blue line here, and I draw it here, and price goes there, you should be out. If it doesn't, you have a high probability of this thing continuing up here. Okay, so that's all I'm saying to you. And that's just one example, right? There are several examples of like that during the day when the trend is in a certain direction. And I'll show you one more example. we will show you one more clean example so that you can see exactly what we do. All right, that's not there. This is another clean example. Okay, so in this area here, we'd be looking to enter the trade over here. I don't know if it's, I haven't pre-done any work, so I don't know if it sets up the way we want it to. Let's see, it did, right? So we want to be entering into the trade once price closes above this bar here. So it closed right there at 67. It had a stop of 55. So talking about 12 points. So we're looking for it to go 12 points, but we're looking to add, right? So it gets to going, we're adding, 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 adding. And then once price didn't get below that bar, once price gets below here, we want to be exiting the trade. And then that's how we do that all day, every day, right? So that's a brief lesson. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow on the other side live in the markets. All right. See you tomorrow. Have a good one.